dark clouds rolled over the Julian Alps on October 24, 1917, as a storm of steel and gas descended upon the Italian lines. Without warning, an eerie silence shattered into thunderous artillery, and waves of German and Austro-Hungarian stormtroopers surged from the mist. The Italian soldiers, unprepared for the ferocity and precision of the attack, watched in horror as their defenses crumbled in hours. What followed was one of World War I's most devastating and chaotic routs, the Battle of Caporetto, a clash that reshaped the Italian front and sent shockwaves through Europe. Welcome to History in a Hurry. I'm Eli Stone, and in this episode, we will learn about the Battle of Caporetto during World War I. The Battle of Caporetto, also known as the 12th Battle of the Isonzo, took place near the town of Kobarid, then Caporetto, in the Austro-Hungarian Empire, now in modern-day Slovenia. It occurred between October 24th and November 19th, 1917, during World War I. The battle was fought between the Italian army and a combined force of German and Austro-Hungarian troops. It is remembered not only for the scale of the Italian defeat, but also for the innovative infiltration tactics used by the Central Powers, marking a shift in the nature of warfare on the Italian front. Before Caporetto, the Italian and Austro-Hungarian armies had already engaged in 11 brutal battles along the Isonzo River, with staggering casualties and minimum territorial gains. Italian Chief of Staff General Luigi Cadorna had pursued an aggressive attritional strategy, hoping to break Austro-Hungarian defenses through sheer persistence. However, this strategy wore down Italian troops and morale without delivering decisive victories. The Austro-Hungarian army, weakened and overstretched, turned to its German allies for reinforcements and strategic input. The Germans, eager to stabilize the southern front and exploit a vulnerable ally, dispatched several elite divisions to bolster Austro-Hungarian forces. Under the command of General Otto von Below, the Central Powers planned a bold and innovative assault. They employed stormtrooper tactics, small, highly trained units that would bypass strong points and strike at weak spots in the Italian lines. Accompanied by a massive artillery bombardment, including poison gas shells, and aided by foggy weather, the assault was designed to achieve maximum surprise and disruption. On the morning of October 24th, the offensive began with a massive artillery barrage, unleashing high explosives and gas shells on Italian trenches. The surprise was total. The Italian Second Army, stationed along the Isonzo front, was ill-prepared for the scale and intensity of the attack. Many soldiers lacked gas masks, and communications broke down almost immediately. The stormtroopers exploited gaps and infiltrated deep into Italian positions, sowing chaos and forcing mass surrenders. Within hours, the front was collapsing. Panic spread through the Italian ranks. Units retreated in disarray, and discipline broke down. Over the following days, the Central Powers advanced more than 60 miles, an astonishing distance in the trench warfare of World War I. Towns and strongholds fell with little resistance as the Italian army retreated across the Tagliamento River. Nearly 300,000 Italian soldiers were captured, and another 400,000 deserted or were killed or wounded. The Italian government, reeling from the disaster, replaced General Cadorna with General Armando Diaz, who implemented more defensive and morale-focused strategies. France and Britain, alarmed by the scale of the defeat, rushed reinforcements to support Italy and prevent a complete collapse of the front. By November, the Italian army managed to stabilize its lines along the Piave River, halting the Central Powers' advance. The Battle of Caporetto had profound consequences beyond the battlefield. It exposed serious weaknesses in Italian leadership, logistics, and morale. The defeat led to a political crisis in Italy, with Prime Minister Paolo Basselli resigning and being replaced by Vittorio Orlando. However, the shock also triggered major reforms in the Italian military, including improved training, communication, and defensive coordination. For the Central Powers, Caporetto was a rare and resounding victory in a war characterized by stalemates and attrition. It demonstrated the effectiveness of stormtrooper tactics and set a precedent for future operations. Yet the victory was ultimately short-lived. The failure to completely destroy the Italian army and the arrival of Allied reinforcements meant that Italy would recover and later contribute to the defeat of Austria-Hungary in 1918. Culturally, the battle left an indelible mark on Italy. Caporetto became synonymous with catastrophic defeat, a term still used today in Italian to describe a major failure. The battle's psychological impact was immense, shaking national confidence and prompting soul-searching within both the military and political spheres. In the end, the Battle of Caporetto was more than just a military disaster, it was a turning point. It forced Italy to reevaluate its strategies, inspired changes that strengthened its resolve, and underscored the evolving nature of warfare in the 20th century. From the chaos of retreat emerged a more resilient army and a more unified nation, ready to fight another day. Thanks for racing through history with us on History in a Hurry. If you enjoyed today's quick dive into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a fast-paced trek through time. Please reply in the comments with ideas for our next history lesson. See you in the next one.